welcome everyone. This is the first podcast of Shireen Lakdawala, and we want to start 2025 on a high fashion note this year. And we have Shireen Lakdawala herself with us, and today we're going to talk about what trends we can see in 2025 and what trends we want to end this year. So, Shireen, welcome.
Hi, Nagin. How are you?
I'm good. So, Shireen, we are going to start our podcast. I have a lot of questions for you, and I believe that you have some like expert fashion insight for all of us. This year is ending, and the new start, and that fresh wardrobe and the fresh colors. It always give us a good boost for the new year. So I have a few questions for you. Should we get into the questions now?
I'm excited.
Okay, so we have seen a lot of trends this year, right, in 2024. So, what is one trend that you're ready to kick off? You don't want to see that trend in 2025.
Uh, Definitely those. If you ask me, I really don't want to see those bodycut kalidars. I'm done with it. I think I personally, I'm not too big of a fan, but I think it's been on for a couple of years now. I think we need to get past that. You know what I mean?
So, no Kalidars for Shireen Lagdawala in 2025.
Well, I meant Kalidar with the bodies. I personally like. If you ask me, that is a no now. I mean, I think we've done enough of those, and I think we should just go with more flair and with more. I mean, the Kalidars are always there for the bridal, for the more formal look, but not the bodies one. And I think we're done with that.
All right. Okay. Moving on to the next question. You say this is like the peak winter wedding season, right? But winter weddings can be like really tricky. You want to look chic and you want to look elegant, but at the same time, you want to stay cozy. So, what is your take on that? What would you suggest for winter weddings?
So honestly, my personal thing for the velvets would be trendy. I know that last year, 2023, we did a lot of velvet chadars. This year, I did focus on that as well because I know that a lot of the people, especially in international, I have a lot of international clients. They do like to wear velvet, but then they say, "Oh, हमें पूरा velvet हम कहाँ पहनेंगे? हमारे winters होते हैं." I mean, we do all over the world, right? And there's winter for a couple of months for some states, some countries. But I personally feel that kaftans will always be in. For the weddings, also, you can dress it up with really big, chunky jewelry. I did a lot of cuts for this winter collection for 2024. Zaya, it's really different collection I launched, keeping in mind for my younger client as well as older clients. So I personally feel that. My personal trend, if you ask me, I would say Indo-Western because younger generation do not want to have those, traditional ones. So we can have kaftans on a jacket. That's what I did for one of my collection for this year.
All right. Definitely, once we want to wear velvet for the weddings, and then we don't have like that many winter weddings, and then it gets confined only to the winter weddings. So definitely a good call.
Absolutely.
So moving on to my next question, we have seen a lot of those wedding themes, right? So we see a lot of bridesmaids who are wearing like the same outfits. So, what is your take on that? Is that like cute or that identical outfits tradition? Is that cute or is that overdone pleasure? What's your take on that?
It's a no. I don't want the bride to subside with the bridesmaid wearing the same colors. No. You can always accentuate, like if the bride is wearing a darker shade, I think we just tone down like for maybe a couple of shades lighter, but not the same colors. I mean, it's a bride. I mean, come on, it's her day, not the bridesmaids.
But what about the bridesmaids all wearing the same outfit, like a uniform? What do you think about that?
I mean, we've been seeing that for years, honestly. Um, I personally would feel if you have 5, 10, 20 bridesmaid, if they all are wearing the same, I mean, वो लगना चाहिए कि वो bridesmaid हैं, right? I mean, if they're not wearing the same, they'll be like, oh, maybe they can pick up the same color with different kind of, outfits. That could be one of uh, the element to it, but not the same.
Maybe they can all wear Gararas in different colors, something like that.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, every body type of the bridesmaid is different, so they can pick up anything that they want.
Okay, all right. So moving on to next question. So 2025 is around the corner, and I want to know about the color palette because I've seen your previous interviews and I know that you really like to mix and match the colors. You're very focused on the colors and cuts. So what do you think about the colors? That what colors will be in the spotlight for the Daisy outfit specifically?
Honestly, brides का आज भी ये tradition है, like they want to wear शादी का red or a maroon. Mocha Mousse is the new 2025 Pantone color, but maroons are always going to be in. You can accentuate with those two colors, like a pop-up color with a maroon. Uh, our Pakistani brides love the bronze makeup, so I think that will go very well with those colors. I That's what I feel. Those are warm tones, so I truly feel that those colors would be all the time classic.
Yes, so talking about Mocha Mousse, the color of 2005, do you think it's like something that would be possible for Desi? And which colors can we pair it with?
Definitely a pop-up color would be maroon because, like I told you, with the bronze makeup and all. देखो यार, Gora wedding or the international, the Western people, they don't wear these colors for their wedding. They're mostly whites, ivories, beige, mostly whites, I would say, for the wedding. But our traditional wedding, yeah, definitely with the mocha mousse, you can always pop up a maroon color with the warm shades of even a darker maroon, or like a kidney color maroon would be I wouldn't say a brown color, but a deeper maroon shade or a deeper red shade with those color would absolutely look beautiful for the 2025 brides.
Because in 2024 we were seeing a lot of brown shades because of that whole very demure trend. We saw a lot of,
I know.
yeah, so this is why I think this is one shade that we need to explore more in 2025, right?
Yes. Like, our Pakistani brides are way different than the Indian brides. Like, I cater to the international market. I have a lot of Indians and the Pakistani and Bangladeshi clients and all over the world, alhamdulillah. But honestly, Pakistan fashion, even Indians are focusing on our fashion, right? So we are focusing more on the Indian style, and Indian designers are focusing on our Pakistani styles. But I have seen a lot of the younger Pakistani brides that want to wear a choli now instead of the long galidars, even for their weddings, internationally. So we are, as designers, we are focusing on those young crowd who are getting married. Some people just want their gowns to be like that. So we have all kind of brides coming up, for the newer generation.
That's right. So talking about the wedding season and the brides, the journey for the brides doesn't end there. That's like the tip of the iceberg that they have to select their main outfit for the big day. Then comes that part in Pakistani households where they start those post shadi dawats. And then it's a never ending sort of like series, like their relatives, our relatives, and it goes on and on. So that is when they have to show their outfits. So what do you want to tell the coming brides that what is the outfit that they should have for the post shadi dawats, and what kind of outfits should they get for that?
I would say versatility for those brides. It depends on, from each person to person. Get an outfit where you can utilize it more. Like अगर आप चादर ले रहे हैं, so make a nice, traditional outfit with a nice chadar. Or if you want to wear a kaftan, which is just going to be a very versatile outfit for you. Like you can wear it after post wedding, you can wear it for a party or wear it for somebody else's dawat. I wouldn't suggest कि वो ऊपर से नीचे भरा हुआ ले. Honestly, I mean that's like 20 years ago when I was getting married, like and people like, I remember people bhare bhare posh shaadi pe pehen kar aa rahe hain. Young brides want to look trendy. They want to wear something which is very simple, elegant. आजकल हमारे short कुर्ते चल रहे हैं, like शलवारें चल रही है. I think wear something which suits you, versatile. Now, like I always say, my clothes, I always call it as a versatile clothes because of the fact that even after 10 years, 20 years are taken out of your wardrobe, you can utilize that outfit, right?
Oh, I've been using my mother's outfits till date.
See, there you go. There you go. So yeah. I mean, that's what you want, right? I mean, you don't want any of your investment, especially with those heavy ones sitting. I, as a matter of fact, tell my brides, कि अगर आप you wearing a lehenga or a kharara for your shadi or whatever, make pants underneath. Wear something. Utilize that shirt. Utilize that dupatta. Make another outfit and wear a plain dupatta. Utilize that shirt and make a plain shalwar or make a plain pants out of it. So yes, versatility is the key to what I believe, because not that because I grew up in this country, but I lived more in the international world. And I've been seeing that, younger generation who's getting married, first of all, उनको तो वैसे ही बहुत heavy लगते हैं वो कपड़े. So I would definitely want that, have a versatility in your wardrobe, and choose the one that you are going to utilize it in the near future. Pass it on to your kids, like you said, your mom passed down to you. So I think versatility is very, very important in this, in the weddings.
All right. So thank you so much, Shireen, for your insights and all about the wedding fashion in 2024 and all the trends in 2025. So I think this was a fun session and we want to hear more from you. We want those fashion tips and this is like our favorite topic. So we will definitely be seeing more of you. Thank you so much for your time.